And like that, oh, how I have missed you, and oh, how good it is to be back. I'm here in the home studio, and what a whimsical ride the past 3 weeks have been. I think it's been 2 full weeks since my last live, and maybe three. And boy, do we have a lot to share today. If you've already read the icon below or the captions below, you have a general idea of what's going on, or if you're picking up what's going on in our Telegram channel, you've seen a little bit about what's been happening. And man, I really don't even know where to begin on my Burning Man experience. Some of you have heard about it in more specificity and more detail. Look, the long and the short of it was perfect. Absolutely incredible. For those that don't know, it's my 9th trip back to the playa after taking 4 years off, thanks to the pandemic and my beautiful daughter, Harmony. It just took us a little while to get back there, and I had no idea how much I missed it. I mean, really and sincerely, it is truly a magical place, and I'll just leave it as I am activated. More activated than I've ever been. I would say I'm 100% activated. Maybe there's more from here. I guess there's always another level, as we find on the Sound Lounge, right? There's always another level. And this was a very magical experience. Burn Night, Temple Burn Night in particular, brought to me the most beautiful attunement I've had yet. And since, over the last 12, 13 days, whatever it was, I have been in perfect flow with the universe, with those around me, my family, friends, business partners, all of our agencies, and everybody that helps us do what we do. It has been magical. And one of the things that came from this is that I need to teach and talk more about that. So you'll start to see this integrate into all of the videos that we're creating. I'm really excited to get back in the studio next month. Additionally, I had the best Sound Lounge experience of my life. If you haven't drifted over to Instagram yet, because this broadcast is on YouTube, Facebook, and X, hop over to Instagram and take a look at one of our most recent posts. I think it went up yesterday or the day before, where I'm sitting in my backyard reflecting on the best Sound Lounge experience I've had yet, which happened this past Saturday. 6 days ago, I was listening to The Hero's Journey. I was using our inHarmony eye mask, which I really don't use that often. Generally, I use a weighted eye mask. And this time I sat on the Sound Lounge, laid down on the Sound Lounge, and using the inHarmony eye mask, you're able to keep your eyes open and still enjoy pitch black darkness. So whether your eyes are open or closed, you're actually seeing the same thing. And it changed the experience for me. And I don't have the science on this yet, although we will absolutely begin to document this and do some science and research on my hypothesis, which is when your eyes are open, you're actually keeping your brain in a high alpha, high gamma brainwave state. And this changes the Sound Lounge experience. It changes the meditative experience, keeps you more present. I was awake the entire time instead of falling asleep and waking up at the end and having these downloads that come in a dream state. I was watching it live in real time, and it was profound. Like I said, the best Sound Lounge experience I've ever had, the most downloads, the most poignant and focused downloads that I've ever had. It completely changed the game. I've since had several, and they've just been growing in magnitude, growing in significance. And many of you know I've been using the Sound Lounge for almost 8 years, multiple times a day. I've logged thousands of journeys myself. The music just keeps getting better, which we'll talk about in a moment. And what a technology. I've never been more honored to do what we do. I've never been more driven, more focused, more grateful to be collaborating with each and every one of you, and just really grateful to be in the position that I am. So it's good to be home. There's a lot to share. There's phenomenal updates. Let's get right into inventory. We're down to 13 inHarmony Sound Lounge 2s. As you might have seen up on Instagram and TikTok and everywhere else that we post videos, our factory made a mistake. As many of you have learned over the last couple of weeks, our factory mistakenly included headphones in an unknown number of our Sound Lounge packaging. So I believe the last 13 that we have in the warehouse have a free set of headphones. So we began to share and talk about it for two reasons. One, so that you can get the free gift, which is typically our Black Friday offering, as well as you don't order an additional pair of headphones, which many of you have. And we've obviously taken the returns when you've received the extra one. So our mistake is your benefit. Take a look at those last 13 inHarmony Sound Lounge 2s coming with a set of headphones. We have 74 inHarmony massage tables left. We are down to 4 inHarmony Practitioner 2s. If you recall, we were out of stock. Earlier this week, we received 10, as we had talked about. Our warehouse has already turned around, fulfilled, and shipped those, and we're now down to 4. And we have lots more on the way. There's 135 in production as we speak, which is awesome. We're down to 115 black inHarmony meditation cushions. We're down to 50 beige inHarmony meditation cushions. And we'll talk more about what's coming in the container. I have a surprise there as well that I'm not going to reveal quite yet, but we got some newness coming out on that front. We have 38 inHarmony headphones. We've got, I think, 900 or maybe 675 that are actually inbound right now. We have plenty of those. We actually just placed another, I'm going to add to next week's update inHarmony eye masks, because that is now the recommended use for all of our technology, for your ability to be able to keep your eyes open or closed, and the difference and the impact that that has, which again, we will do more science and research on, which I'm really excited about. I think we might be down to 40 or so eye masks. We just placed another order for another 1,000. So we've got a lot more inventory coming. I'm pretty excited about it. The inHarmony headphones, you guys are all familiar with these. They replaced the HD 280 Pros that we were using for years. They're built to the same spec and then some. Go back to past videos and lives that I've done where you can learn more about those headphones, or just head to our website and take a look at the headphones page. There's lots of detail and video there as well. The one thing that I do want to share is many of you are reaching out to tech support and posting in the Telegram channel as well that the headphones don't fit. They come with a 6.5 millimeter connection. So what you need to do is untwist the end. You can see there's a little screw there, and you can actually unscrew the bigger tip, which does not fit in the inHarmony amplifier, and it reveals the 3.5 millimeter, which does fit. So keep that in mind. I don't think I have one close enough to show you. It's sitting next to my sound lounge, but I use these headphones for everything. I plug them into my laptop, to my computer. I plug them into this microphone when I need to be doing podcasting, where I need a separate set to reduce echo. They're a phenomenal set of headphones that I absolutely love. Yes, you need to make them a little bit louder. They are by design with a little bit more resistance and a little bit quieter. So it's really, really wild. John, absolutely. Let's just check in past inventory before we get to the practitioners and the containers. Oh, man, absolutely. I cannot wait to start to see the difference and start to compare your data. We're going to talk about science and research. We're also going to talk about how we are in masses going to begin collecting data at all of our customers and affiliates so that we can really get this massive data collection going. And then, of course, the statistical research and analysis that we will do behind that data. Absolutely phenomenal. So yes, I'm excited to show more about this with EEG. And yeah, we got a lot going on. Let me tell you something. I love no eye mask in a darkened room. We're going to start playing with and sharing different things to post on the ceiling in a dark room. There is absolutely virtual reality and Apple Vision futures and collaboration stuff that we're going to be doing, stuff that we're going to be partnered on. There's a lot that's brewing. Nothing that I can really talk about yet, except to say that there's a lot coming. And it's something that I'm really, really excited about. And you'll see it in the show notes and the captions as this more mature. 10 more practitioners were delivered and fulfilled this week, 135 in our next container. Our next container is in production. 120 Sound Lounge 2s, 135 Practitioner 2s, 360 cushions. And I'll have an updated timeline next week. I'm just waiting to hear back from our factory on a couple of details. We are certainly delayed, but only by a few weeks. Originally, I was expecting to have production completed by September 15th and delivery around the 25th of October. That certainly looks like it's going to be delayed by probably at least 2 weeks. I do expect this to come in before our holiday season so that we can ship on time this year. And we'll have more updates on that. Again, the timing will be what the timing is, but we do have a big order coming. It is very exciting. The PO has already been taken care of, so all of this is already in motion. On the inHarmony media side of things, I hope you've been taking a look at our new app. Man, this released while I was at Burning Man. Anthony, Anna, and the team really quarterbacked this entire release. Absolutely fantastic. 186 music meditations, with our newest release being a revisit of the solfeggio frequency tones. 174 hertz, My Body is Aligned Volume 2 is our newest release. It's 94 minutes long, 95 minutes long. This will, of course, be cut into shorter durations, 11, 22, 33, 44 minutes over the next few days, and those will be released. But this is the beginning of a new category and a new series. We are revisiting the solfeggio tones with Anthony's newest creations. And if you have not listened to our newest music meditations, they are out of this world. And that is no understatement. Specifically, quantum healing tones in C sharp, inner vision, the hero's journey, which is a new one of my favorites, alignment. These are absolutely fantastic. And by the way, if you haven't seen the new trending category at the top of our app, if you haven't updated our app, I highly recommend you do so, because our new features have been released. Dark mode is beautiful. Something we should have done a long time ago. That's on me. It's here now, and it is spectacular. What a pleasure. Most of the time I'm using my sound lounge in a dark room, and I'm always decreasing the brightness of the Android tablet or the iOS tablet that I'm using. So this is something that is welcome. It looks beautiful. The interface looks great. The text and the contrast is perfect, in my opinion. And I welcome your feedback and thoughts in our Telegram group. I highly recommend taking a look at this. The next thing that we're going to work on are some updates to our back end that are going to allow for some functionality on the artist side of things that is already in motion. And there is going to be a web version of our app so that you can use it inside Chrome and Safari on your computer and your laptop. A long time coming, and something that's been a long time requested. It's actually a ton of development work to sync up what's happening on an iOS and Android device with what's happening on the web version. It's not as simple as just creating the interface and creating the login. So that is in the works as well, and I'm very excited about it. Science and research, we talked a little bit about this at the opening of this video. Science and research is going to be a big push over the next really the future of inHarmony rests in the science and research side of what we're doing. We just brought on a fractional chief science officer. They're going to be helping us. I'm excited to introduce you to him at a later date. His company, we're going to be publishing papers. We're going to be doing internal research. We're going to be collecting data and doing statistical analysis through all of our inHarmony user base and those that want to participate, and creating very easy ways and systems for you to collect that data and then submit it to us so that we could do the statistical analysis. It's awesome. The first thing that we set out to do was a literary review of all of the science and research. We looked at like 1,300 or 1,400 different literary papers and eliminated those that weren't relative and decided what were. That literary review is complete. I've already reviewed it. It's already been uploaded into Digital Craig, which is another conversation that we kind of broke the ice on last week. I'll have more info on that next week. It's awesome. All the things that are going on right now, it's just really incredible, the machine that we've created and all of the newness that we have. That literary review is complete. It will be uploaded onto the science and research page in the coming days. A blog has already been written and submitted, so we're going to get that updated as well, talking about the literary review, giving you more insight. This is all information that you can share. The social posts are already ready. They're going to be worked into what we're doing. There is so much newness that is coming out on the science and research side of things, and we're going to continue to update you on it each week in my live. There will be more that will come out on that front, as well as collaborations with Francisco and his team, as well as ways that we can collaborate, posts up in the Telegram group. There's going to be a lot to do for those of you that I've been talking about science and research for years. It's all coming to a head. It's all coming to fruition. It's all happening. Last week, we also introduced you to inHarmony vibrational bodywork. That's being further developed. I just got 90 minutes on our inHarmony massage table on Wednesday. To say that we have a lot going on is an understatement, as always. Events coming up. Burning Man was epic and beautiful. I'll be dropping in with many of you, sharing my experience. You will see the product of that experience prevalent and present in all of the online lives and streams that we're doing, all the videos that we're creating. It is now a part of me and will be, and I'm excited to share more. Coming up on September 24th through the 28th, I will be in Denver, Colorado at EO Alchemy inHarmony is sponsoring. We've got some things happening around that. It's a very time consuming event. There's programming from 8 in the morning until midnight, 4 days in a row. It's a quick in out. I'm flying into Denver and flying back. I'm heading back to Denver for Boulder Week. But before that, September 28th, 29th, I'm actually flying back from Denver for a Brain Tap event here in Las Vegas, which I'll be collaborating with them on. That's on Sunday, the 29th. I'll have some more info on that posted in Telegram and as well included in our mailer for next week. And then I'm back to Denver. I'm actually going to drive to Denver, stopping in Aspen and stopping. I think I'm going to come back through the southern route through New Mexico and Flagstaff on the way back. That's October 16th to the 20th. I've got a couple panels that I'm doing for Boulder Wellness Week. And then in November, we're going back to the desert for Epics and their Epics Ranch event, which happens in Barstow or just outside of Barstow. And that'll be a trip in the RV. And for those of you that are interested in camping, you can talk to me about that event. That's a fun one. We got a lot of events coming up. There's even more that's starting to book out for December and January, as well as a big trip for me towards the East Coast with my family. We'll be stopping along the way as well in Phoenix that I know of, probably Sedona, Phoenix, Tucson. We'll likely stop in El Paso and Austin, and maybe even New Orleans and the Panhandle before we head south to Florida. So there's a kind of a big trip we'll see what that looks like. I might just fly down to Florida with the family, but we'll see how that whole thing unfolds. But I am eager to get back in the RV and start traveling again, especially now with Starlink and our capabilities to be online while we're on the road. Just magical, absolutely magical and incredible. So a lot happening. If you haven't been to our new website, I've already shared that it's up and running. It's beautiful. I absolutely love it. There's obviously a ton of work that will constantly be done on our website, but many of the updates that are happening regularly to the blog page, to our podcasts that we're posting, to the science and research page, to the product pages. We know it's still missing a few things, and we know that there are many things that will be added. There are verticals that are being added to our website. Digital Craig is soon to begin sharing information in very specific verticals that we're going to be focused on: yoga and meditation, business and the entrepreneurial world, as well as corporate world and corporate wellness, athletics, massage therapy and body work, sleep, women's kind of health needs, if you will. There are a lot of different verticals that we're going to start talking about with blogs and ebooks that have already been written. There's a ton of content that's going to be coming out, helping you to talk specifically about these different verticals and share information in these verticals. It's all really exciting. It's a lot for me to share. And now it is already an 18-minute live. There's more coming. It's all fabulous. It's all fantastic. It's all because you are here. You're tagging, you're sharing, and your presence is felt. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of what we're doing. I hope you have a spectacular day. See you soon.